The only podcast where the host needs a therapist.
An issue for me that I've realized is I need external validation. I need external validation from women.
And wants to be one.
I hear you. I hear you.
From the Mac of all trades studio in Fairport, New York, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thank you for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word. Growing all the time. Lots of fun things happening. We were number one in Vietnam for... I'm not even kidding. Danny, how you been? It's been a while.
Good morning, Vietnam. I'm doing all right. How you doing, Billy? Sounds like you're in a good place, sort of.
Yeah. We were talking beforehand. Yeah.
All right. Just don't plateau. Keep climbing.
No, I
keep climbing the mountain.
I intend to, buddy.
Four counts 5.
I haven't been feeling well, and I can't figure out. So
there's like some June bug going around.
Yeah.
It's like a head cold.
Yes, and I'll tell you an unfortunate story.
Another one?
Well, the day we're recording this, it's like a fucking wild storm outside, right?
Yeah.
And I have curtains and things that were flying around, and I'm trying to of outdoor curtains, right? I'm trying to get these under the thing, and I'm like, and then I'm trying to I'm like, I should probably go see a doctor. This has been like 2 weeks now. And then I realized I can't get to the doctor until a week from today. And I don't want to say what day we're taping and all, but I'm just like, because we have a holiday, we have the weekend, so their offices are closed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go Monday through Wednesday is balls to the wall for me with like every minute accounted for. And then Thursday probably as well. I don't even know. I got to figure that out. Ugh, whatever. So I'll just suffer. But I feel like shit and I look like shit. So that's how that's going. But I had thoughts, Daniel. I've had thoughts. I like sitting down from time to time and just writing things that are in my head. And I have a lot of reading I have to do and a lot of writing stuff that I have to do. So I've been, you'll appreciate this. I have the Sirius Satellite app. And why I like the app more than what you get in your car is all the not the side channels, but the extra channels.
Yeah, there's like 10 times as many channels on the app than there are actually with Sirius.
So I poured myself a drink and I was reading this book and listening to the station titled Perfectly Frank.
Frank Sinatra.
You got it. And I'm loving it. And then a song comes on and it's called Don't You Go Away Mad. And I realized in that moment, probably the greatest time for a human being of the male species in the white shade to be alive was the 1950s.
I think I heard that here somewhere.
Well, it's been said.
I've heard that from someone.
It's been said. Because Frank Sinatra's song is where Don't You Go Away Mad is him admitting to cheating.
Oh, yeah.
In the song. Nah, like, I know Frank didn't write his song, so somebody wrote it.
Yeah.
But I don't know where the inspiration came. But the guy, he's singing the song, and the lyrics are, cheating shows and it never goes. You've got a reason to be mad, I suppose. But she only was a passing fad. Baby, don't you be mad. I go, what the fuck?
Well, I think the day that Frank Jr. was born, he's out recording. According to the Frank Sinatra movie that my grandmother and I watched back in like 1993, Frank, I don't know who was playing Frank. Maybe it was Joe Piscopo. But Frank goes, I can't sing to a camera. I need an audience.
Oh.
So they bring in this beautiful woman in a red dress. And they put her in front of the camera, and he's singing to her.
Okay.
Next thing you know, they're going off to a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
His room.
Wow.
He gets a phone call, and the phone call is from, I think, either his wife or somebody, the hospital saying, "Congratulations, you have a baby boy."
Yeah.
And he goes, which means goodbye for us. Like he had to show her the door, which actually showed some with restraint on Frank's part
really,
at that
though?
moment.
Okay.
Yes, right. Because we all now know
emotional guilt.
One of the worst Sinatra secrets, it's not even an open secret anymore, is Woody Allen's son is Frank Sinatra's kid.
Yeah,
he looks just like
Frank. And then the second set of lyrics in the song is, "I understand that you feel you're quite upset. What do you say that you forgive and forget? Come on and kiss me just to show you're glad. Baby, 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 don't you go away mad. Don't you go away mad." And I'm like, oh my
Those
God.
songs used to put such a positive spin on such a negative connotation.
But it worked. It worked. That's the thing. I think he followed that song up with "Bend over, baby. I got something to slide to you." I don't know. I mean, could you imagine that today? Like doing that song? Don't you go away mad? Like admitting cheating and like.
Well,
could
yes, just in more blatant terms. I mean, we have songs called "Wet Blank Blank."
Yeah, but that what I do know, and I know that people get very caught up in the lyrics of that, right? Because they're really dirty lyrics, and it's a was it wet ass pussy or something?
Yes,
and it's about all the things she can do with this wet ass, right?
Yeah, right.
And but I go, in a way, it's sort of, and I've said this, and people go, "What the fuck is wrong?" I go, it's like an empowerment song for women. It's her. She has the power in that song. I got the wet ass pussy, baby. You want this? You know you do. And that's how I see it. So I always go, well, I understand the pushback on the lyric and right, but I go, well, it's kind of an empowerment song, and I'm like, so I feel like this one couldn't be made, and that one could be, in some or wouldn't be made. Let's say it could be. Right, but I just don't think it would be made. And I'm trying to think, like, Justin Jelly Roll releases a song, "Don't You Go Away Mad."
I mean, I remember the Gin Blossoms doing a song on "New Miserable Experience." It's the last song, and the lyric. I can't remember the name of the song, but the lyric is, "You can't call it cheating because she reminds me of you."
Okay, but even that's like 40 years ago,
30
years ago.
I know, 1992, right? 93.
Okay, so we're talking over almost 40,
those are our 50s.
Almost 40 years ago. Yeah. But I mean, I was thinking about this too, because I go, cheating is a weird situation.
Yeah.
Because it's two people who aren't really into committing to each other. Right? They're not.
Yeah.
They're just sort of filling the gaps in each other's lives. Whatever's missing in your life, whether it be he doesn't listen to me, she doesn't understand me, right?
Yeah, about as well as a fix a flat, but sure.
But you know what I mean? Like that, that's, where did that come from?
No, it came from it doesn't work.
Yes, right. But I of course
it's
it doesn't.
A patch.
Of course it doesn't
work.
Like,
okay, like here's a great example. Garth Brooks has admitted to being a serial cheater on his first wife.
Right.
Him, not just him, the entire band. Okay. And at one point they admitted it on stage.
Yeah.
But he would sing songs. I think Garth may have written a few of them, but mostly he had songwriters like Chris Ledoux and others write his songs. And he would always sing about other people cheating, like from a third party experience. But he never sang, I don't think Garth ever sang about himself cheating.
No. No, I think you're right. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of songs about cheating, right? Heart had that one about cheating just because she wanted a baby.
Yeah, All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You.
All I Want to Do Is,
The Thunder Rolls is a song about cheating.
Thunder Rolls is a song about cheating, right? Yeah. Was it Thunder Rolls about cheating or
and spousal abuse?
Why? Because her husband
catches him, and then the video, he starts like, unfortunately, like slapping her around because she knows that he knows that she knows, and the thunder rolls. Yeah. It's the video is about spousal abuse.
Yeah,
which comes and there's cheating involved and all this other stuff.
Yeah. today, if they did a sequel to that song, it would be "Please Don't Change the Netflix Password." Baby. Please don't change the but I because most affairs are not two soulmates trying to find love. Is what I would say.
No,
no. And nobody starts. I don't think anybody starts an affair thinking, I finally found someone. Equally unavailable and emotionally complete, this person. They're not. They're complicated. I
do know a few, but too few to mention.
A few people that
cheated and they're still together.
Yeah, I knew
back home. This was a normal thing.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Where I grew
in
up,
small towns, it is.
Yes, because our societies are so small.
Well, there's not a lot to choose from. Well, I'm running out of broads, so I guess it's just you.
Yeah, when all of a sudden the teacher, Mrs. Brennan, became Mrs. Militello, we were like,
Right. But
the teachers would kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge with the students. Like, okay, yeah, there's something going on there.
It's just funny to me because I go, Frank Sinatra's out there singing testimonials before lawyers had alimony payments. You know what I mean? You're able to write songs like that. And
it's not me, baby. It's the songwriter.
Right, but in the 1950s, you cheated and wrote a jazz song.
Yeah, I mean, my father. When we were growing up, my father had gone through his whole wild period. He found the Lord, and then in the 80s, he cleaned up his act. Not that he would had a bad act or anything. So we would be listening to country western music, WYRK out of Buffalo. Station still exists to this day, and my father goes, "This is wholesome music. Why we gotta listen to this? It's wholesome music." They were singing about whiskey, women, hookers, work, trucks.
Sure.
This is wholesome music, but it was sung with a smile.
Yeah.
It was upbeat.
Right.
It was fun.
Sure.
So you could you could
write a country song about it.
Right. And you get away with it because it's okay. It's wholesome. It's upbeat. Like they say it with a smile. And that's how I think Frank sang that song.
Yeah. Today you'd have to delete text threads and become an expert in iPhone settings if you're gonna, you know what I mean? If there's cheating and stuff, and that's where I think people still do it. People still get away with it. We're just not bragging about it in a song. And as the way my head works, I started thinking 1950s. It was great for a guy. You could disappear, especially a white guy, right? You were welcomed everywhere for the most part. You could disappear into things. There wasn't social media and things like that. And then I thought, you know what? Not too bad for women either in this sense. Now we have Instagram. Could you imagine if we had Instagram back in the 1950s? I think you would have had a lot more spousal abuse.
Oh, probably.
Because all of a sudden it would have been, hey, you see what Tom's wife made him in the morning, right? Before his feet hit the ground. Breakfast is made, his shirt is ironed. When are you going to start doing that shit for me? Right? You know what I mean?
Oh, gosh, even the ads were directed towards,
right.
Make sure your man feels like a king.
Yes. When he comes home.
10 ways to make your man feel like a king.
I'm not saying it was correct, clearly.
Nowadays, I'm
Please don't understand that.
Welcome home. You want anything? Can I massage your calves?
But we even had songs about cheating.
Don't
you go
You may be the victim, but I am still the king.
I'm not saying there weren't songs about cheating. This is a song admitting to the person.
Yes.
I cheated. Don't go away, man. She's a dime a dozen, baby. She's just a fact.
You know I love you.
Right. Like, who wrote those songs? I don't even know those in country music.
My father told me a story when he was he was engaged to his first wife, and he stood in the wedding, and there was a girl that he used to date in the wedding party, and he had a few cocktails. So this is like 1967. Okay. He just got out of school. He goes, "Don't worry, darling. You know I love you." Yeah. He tells her he was there with his soon-to-be wife and ex-wife. He told me that. So he goes, "Yeah, Daddy, it was a rough time."
Was it though? He was having a ball. He was having a ball.
Back in those days.
He was having a ball.
The other thing, too, my father told me, he didn't do this, but he knew several people who did. Like that Sinatra story I told you.
Yeah.
When the wife was out having the baby, the husband was out having the dalliance.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And it was like routine.
Yeah.
It was like hall pass week.
Well, that's a weird thing, right? Because all that stuff seems very odd to me. I don't know. Not that I'm certainly not the most wholesome human being, but
he told me one story about this guy. I'm not going to say his name because people back home would recognize him. By the way, you have an audience out there. And this dude, he passed away about 5 years ago, and he broke down crying when he held his kid, who was just born. And he goes, And she's like, oh, yeah, the joy of life. No, I got to tell you something.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he'd been married like 4 times. This is the first time he was married. Yeah. True story.
He's a man of passion, Dan. That's what we call guys like that.
He told my uncle once, he goes, I've been a soulmate. I've been a kindred spirit. I've been everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with the 40s, Dan. I'm done with the 40s.
I think now.
Like, you're running out of age groups, Lair.
Right. But now I think like it's almost like roles have reversed a little bit, because I think Instagram is where a lot of women go to judge each other, right? And I think they also go to show off. And I'm of a certain age, right? So a lot of my feed is probably filled with women who are 45 plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you post a selfie, everyone knows if you're 45 plus, you're feeling really good about yourself. And the thing is that there's nothing negative ever posted.
Right.
Because, and maybe there is, and it gets deleted. I don't know. Or comments are turned off often on those things. And I go, the thing that I'm noticing too is there are degrees of how good, especially a woman who, let's say, an Instagram divorcee, call it that.
Mm-hmm.
And she is feeling pretty good about herself because, look, there's been personal trainer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spend some money on that. There's been red light therapy.
Oh, yeah.
There's been facial scrubs.
Yes.
There has been possibly a GLP-1. I don't know. There's all that stuff. And, like, you could tell the level of how good she's feeling, especially if there's a group photo. Group photos are my favorite. Remember when we all worked together? What did our friend do?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He would rate all of them.
He would go in.
520 every morning. Brown, check this out. Did you see this, bro?
So
look at her feet, bro. Look at her feet.
So it was.
Look at those paleo string cheese legs.
Okay. I know. Per 2 sticks of provolone. Okay. So if there's a group and the woman who owns the account posts the picture and she's on the end, she's kind of hoping she gets cropped out a little bit. Or it depends on how she angles her body. If she's in the middle, that's where most of the attention is focused on the camera, right? Okay. And then you have to look at the outfit. And if you see things like, the thing I don't get, and I know this sounds probably stupid to people, but is ripped jeans over the age of 30.
Mm-hmm.
I go, I'm not really sure I understand that, but whatever. And I know they're probably like $500, but you got the ripped jeans.
Don't forget the Stanley Cup.
What's the Stanley Cup?
Oh, those little cups that you have to drink water out of all day.
Wait, I have it.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a straw attached. I mean, it does, but you're not sitting there like doing the Cupid shuffle with it in your hand. I've seen actual women in groups, all dressed the same, baggy jeans, holes in them, sweatshirt, hair did, and the Stanley Cup doing the Cupid shuffle.
Yeah, right. But but now add into that, if she's over 45 and you see a little midriff, she's feeling great.
Instagram, huh?
Well, she's feeling really good. And she's definitely single. And she's probably been single for a while. Or
hey, boys. I'm open for business.
She's and I feel like in that picture, she's showing off to all the bitches.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've seen this.
Guys dress up for girls, or not at all. Women dress up for each other.
In my head, I can name 5 women that I have seen on Instagram recently. That I've noticed that. There's a little bit of midriff, and it's usually somebody who I was like, whoa, and I'm like, all right, look at this. I go, huh. And usually divorced, so you don't know. And I would think, like, most of the time guys would think, is she single? And I go, yeah. But there it is. She's showing off. Spent a lot of money on that Botox. Spent a lot of money on that red light.
Invested, Bill. Invested.
Facials.
Yeah.
It's all there. There's a lot of money put into looking this, and possibly a filter, maybe not. If it's a repost of somebody else in the group who took the shot and you repost it, I think you feel a little distance from it, but you know goddamn well you look good. And that's why you post it. Or you feel like you're the best one in the shot. I have seen 3, 4 of these women repost a shot. It wasn't theirs originally, now that I think about it.
Yeah, they're sharing.
That's right.
Somebody else's photo of me.
You're right. So I think there should be a song, a 1950s crooner song.
You invented one?
Called Instagram Divorcee. I think it'd be great. I'm just saying. I think it should be phenomenal. That's right. Here we go. Hit it, fellas.
Well, hello there, Mrs. Sunday Scroll. You got that glow, that polish control. A little midriff, a little more grim. Them ripped up jeans and those hips coming. You've been counting bites, you've been counting reps, counting spa days and the steps you've kept. The mirror says, darling, you've done all right. And every little post is a velvet invite. Oh, you know what you do and you know what it shows. The whole room leans in when your camera rolls.
Here we go, everybody.
See you. Too cool for the frame. We see you.
I can see the Rockettes.
Every day. Keep showing off, baby. That's your sweet refrain. We see you.
Now wait, we gotta get to the third chorus here. The third verse.
Oh, okay.
Third verse.
There's more.
All right.
Single as a note, held clean and long, with a look that says, boys, don't take too long. Everybody knows in a hush and a
Shit
smile.
ain't gonna last. This Botox gonna fade.
Ain't been back for a while. Oh, you're stepping out like you own the night.
Come on.
Section shimmering in that soft porch light. We see you. We see you. Too cool for the frame.
That's right.
We see you. Hotter every day. Keep showing off, baby. That's
right.
your sweet refrain. We
Now.
see you.
Here we go. Hang on now.
We know the game.
Hang on. What about the other fella?
Maybe he left, maybe you won. Maybe you learn how to have more fun. Now you're on that feed, making hearts behave like a little gold saint with a wild new way. We see you. We see you. Too cool for the frame.
I mean, come on, how great is this?
Hotter every day.
This is a hit.
Keep showing off, baby.
Baby.
That's your
Right.
sweet refrain. We see you. We see you and we know the game. So take your pose and strike that spark. Give us that smile and leave your mark. We're here for the style, the sass, the scene. You look so good, you know what I mean.
That's right, baby.
You know what I mean.
That's right. You divorcees on Instagram. Keep it coming.
What I mean.
We're watching. We notice. And unfortunately, I might be hyper vigilant. I'm learning through my classes. There it is.
Michael
I notice
Sabisca
everything.
coming to town. No, I'm just joking.
How great is that?
That would be fantastic. I would sell that song to him or somebody like
How
that.
great
a
is
crooner.
that?
Or Seth MacFarlane or something. Yeah, it's hysterical.
That's a great song. It's like,
fellas, make sure you wear a 2x4 on your ass so you don't fall in.
oh,
my father used to warn me.
Yeah.
More than meets the eye. More than meets the eye.
Dan, they're
Rude
tight. These
or
women
fit.
tighten it up.
Oh, do they?
They got vaginal rejuvenation, Dan. They have been doing their Kegel exercises, buddy. They're back in the game.
because they're not working.
No.
All these influencers, they're all good looking.
Oh,
they're all well divorced
Well,
or well married.
I'm not talking about influencers.
Well, I know, but
I'm talking about local women who
I know.
I know. Like
I've had several women in their 40s tell me, I go, so what do you do? Oh, I divorced well.
That's awesome.
I'm not making that up.
Good.
Like, but just to have the audacity to just, or the confidence, I guess, or the bravado to say that I divorced well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, I know women who have like all their bills paid by their ex-husband. It was part of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you didn't get a good lawyer, dude. I don't know what to say. I look. You might be looking at somebody.
Okay.
You can't say a lot. I'm just saying, like, I get it. I get it. And that's a pretty honest answer, right? It's not hiding from something else where you'd want to, like, covering it in shame. It's just like, I'm owning it. Yeah, I divorced well. So I don't have to choose to do something I don't want to do. And I do know women who have really high paying jobs. I know people in, I know like a CEO. I think one of my ex-wife's cousins is pharmaceutical, but way up in management. Tons of money. So there are women that do that, and then there are those who go the other way. Or how about this?
Victor Harvey.
Divorce well and be a hustler.
There's that too.
I mean, those are the ones that are like they make a lot of money and they got a lot of money and they live it. Good for them. Good for them. The moment you thought it was a great idea, Dan, you ever have that?
Yeah, I thought so.
All right, we will get into that right after this. Wait, I got to hear this one more time. Take us out. Instagram Divorcee. I might have listened to this 100 times. I think I know all the lyrics myself.
Well, hello there, Mrs. Sunday Scroll. You got that glow, that polish control. A little midriff,
Back after this.
a little more grin. Them ripped up jeans and those hips coming.
New tonight shows a Louisiana man being attacked by an
Ooh, football's coming, baby. Gearing up, Danny. New York Knicks, right? All the big sports are over for a little while. Well, baseball's going on, but it's sort of that doesn't really pick up for a bit with baseball.
People are trying to sell us in the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean,
and there are people watching. I mean,
World Cup, it doesn't have the same thing here, but I love reading.
But it is here.
No, I know, but it doesn't have the same popularity.
No, of course not.
But I love reading about the Scots drinking liquor stores and bars out of beer.
Yeah.
Like some bar in Boston did better than they do on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Which is usually their big night.
During the Yankee game the other night, the Yanks are killing the White Sox. And all of a sudden, these chants start breaking out in the upper deck.
Yeah.
And people are like, what's going on?
It's crazy.
And they're showing a lot of Instagram videos of people from like Scotland or other countries out of town coming to New York delis, coming to New York, and they just love the food and everyone's having a great time. That's what America is supposed to be all of. That's what America is.
Right. And it's I don't know. I have not watched any World Cup. Not that I'm opposed. I just haven't. And I think it's fantastic that it's here. I think Team USA has a game against Australia that may, by the time this drops, that may have already played.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that they are favored, the United States, that this is a team.
They got a decent draw. A lot of people thought the Euro.
Well, they also have some decent players from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, the Paraguay game?
Yeah.
That's going to be like a litmus test, and they dominated them.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Right, and I think it's exciting.
Getting into the knockout round is a win for the United States.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, it's a World Cup, dude.
Yes.
These are the best players in
They really want to piss off the world, win that thing.
Oh my God. That would be
people don't care. It's like Sabres fans getting mad at the Carolina Hurricanes or the Las Vegas Golden Knights. You guys aren't hockey people.
Yeah. Do you have any friends that are afraid to admit they like soccer?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't have any friends who like soccer.
Yeah, Alvio's a big soccer guy.
But I could see it. It's in his heritage.
He played
it
a lot, and
Webster's a big soccer town.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good. Look, I never. I played a season in high school because I quit the football team, so I would just run through guys, and then when somebody punched me in the face. We were playing Rhinebeck, and they were really good. And I was a senior. I did not know how to finesse the ball, so I played football. So I just ran through guys, and they were smaller. They were not as big as some of the football guys. So I would just go right up to the goal. And I remember one guy elbowing me, and I went down, and the other guy punched me in the face, and I went, "Oh, that's fucking awesome." I remember thinking, all right, fellas, now we're in. And every time I got the ball, I went right at that guy to see if he would do it again. He never did it again, but it was like he punched me in the face. Like he had a clear shot. It was a great shot down and I swear they must have done something because I got hit in the rib. All right. And so you lean to that side or down, and then boom. And it may have tripped or something too. Oh, God. And I remember being like, okay. Here's the bad part for someone like me, and I think there are people like this. You hit me, and if you don't knock me out,
you're going to kill them.
I'm not going to kill you.
We're going to try.
Maybe depends on the thing. I'm not going to do that in the game.
You have given me license
in the game
to fire back.
No, but if it's a game, right? If it's a game, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get thrown out of the game.
Okay,
but I want to get in your head now. I know, and that
sounds like they already are.
I want to get in their head.
No, I know, but it sounds like they already are if they're throwing punches.
Well, maybe I was. I don't know. I didn't know the game well, and I just figured if I ran through guys, I got a lot of yellow cards, and I had to sit once in a while. But once I figured out some things, I'd never played. So, yeah. But I think the thing is like once I need to get hit first, and then I can go, all right. And it actually tells you, like, you get hit first by some people in a boxing ring. You're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do this.
Right.
Because that guy hits
everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
But then exactly. And then once if it's a punch like this, you're like, oh, okay, all right, I can handle this.
Yeah.
All right, now the game's on, or a guy who's going to tackle you. Yeah. All right, now I can see where we're going to go. It's just a different thing. Somebody sent me a story, and I was like, this can't be real. And then when I looked, and apparently this happened a couple days ago, but it's one of those moments that you thought something was going to be a great idea in that moment. And a lot of times it's things like it involves substance, usually alcohol. I'll say, but it doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be something else. But everyone has a story where we absolutely were convinced we were making a brilliant decision. And in hindsight, it looks like body cam footage from a swamp. With that, I give you this story of a young man.
New video tonight shows a Louisiana man being attacked by an alligator while trying to escape from St. Charles Parish deputies. State police say 40-year-old Victor Rivas was driving recklessly.
Okay. All right. So did you hear him? Did you hear this? You heard it, right?
No, I haven't.
No, I'm just saying you heard this. He's trying to escape the police in Louisiana, and he jumps into a swamp.
Yeah,
and gets attacked quite out.
That part I got, yeah.
On I-10 near the Bonneville exit yesterday when he crashed into a concrete barrier. They say they later found him driving the damaged car on Highway 61 in St. Charles Parish. And when deputies tried to take him in, Rivas allegedly ran into a swampy area, and that is when he was attacked. St. Charles Parish deputies.
So there's okay. So wait, here's the world we live in now, and this is what's fantastic. Body cam footage. We have footage of everything. So the guy, the police officer is holding out a gun, and you see this dude swimming across this swamp, and then all of a sudden you see an alligator come up. It comes up, and you go, I'd be thinking, oh shit, like, is it my job now to also try to save him? Do I shoot the alligator? Like, honestly, this is that I would be surprised if that didn't run through the officer's head. Just in that, why didn't you do something? You know, the guy clearly was driving drunk, hit a thing. Then they see the car later on. They go, oh, that's the guy. Now he tries to outrun and jumps in the swamp. Here we go. The rest of the news story.
He's released this body cam video you see on your screen right now. In the video, it shows him swimming in swampy waters and the gator going after him. Deputies say the gator injured both of the suspects' arms, and despite that attack, the pursuit didn't end there.
And after the strike, Rivas continued to evade law enforcement and fled again. And we had to wait for him to pop out the wood line to make that apprehension.
Pop out. They had to go. This guy was tough.
Mm-hmm.
He got in a car accident. He got chased by the cops after the car accident. He jumped in a swamp and had an alligator bite both arms, got out, and they had to get a drone to try to find him in the tree line.
He's hanging out on Victor Rivas Island.
That's a good one, Danny. Yeah, I'm like, that's a great, what a story.
Yeah.
And then you go, I can see where in that moment, great idea for, I don't know. It's a great idea. You're going to get away with it. But that's the amazing thing about drinking. It lowers our ability to make decisions, right? But we all turn into a fucking genius.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, you get beer muscles and you get brain muscles.
Yes, it's like our confidence goes sky high on these decisions that we're gonna make.
Like Grace and Randy once told us, what's every redneck's last words? Hey, watch this.
Yeah, right. But
or hold my beer and watch this.
Look, a tragic story. It's a tragic story. A 4th of July story out of the South.
Okay.
That every year I try to find the audio of it because I am such a dick. But Danny, well, I don't want to take us off topic, but I find this video and it's this guy and he's celebrating 4th of July, but he's been drinking all day. And he's in a nice suburban part of South Carolina. They're on a cul-de-sac. He's outside and he puts like an M80 or something on his head. On his fucking head. And they interview his wife. The motherfucker's dead.
Yeah.
Like he's dead. And I go, I don't know why, but every year I go, love that story.
Well, yeah, because there's always the idiots. Like for every one of those, there's 100 who get away with it. Like the one guy, I saw a video from last 4th of July where the guy looked like he had like oh gosh, you like one of those Tony Montana guns where he's this fireworks and they just light the whole thing up with a blowtorch and he starts shooting, but he's okay. Nothing bad happens. He's just shooting like fireworks off like a gun.
My other favorite used to be, and I did this, where you would get one of your buddies who's a little buzzed, take his pants down, lay on his stomach, and you would take a bottle rocket, put it between the cheeks of his ass and go, you've got to relax. Right? You've got to relax. And I remember one guy, like, he didn't relax. And it shoots, right? So you're going to get hit with some stuff.
Yeah.
So he gets hit in the ass. He's screaming. He gets up. He's clenching. The thing's trying to fire, but it can't go. And it's just shooting in his ass. So I was just telling you, like, dumb is just dumb, right? Again, it's the drinking and the decision making. We're all geniuses. It sounds like a great idea.
Oh yeah, like every 4th of July and every Thanksgiving, somebody forwards me a Jason Pierre-Paul meme.
Yeah, explain who that is.
Jason Pierre-Paul played linebacker for the New York Giants, won, I think, 2 Super Bowls with them, okay?
Yeah.
Now, football players get this idea of being called dumb jocks, but you really got to be pretty bright to play in the NFL at any level because the playbook is just ridiculous. Like if I explain to you what goes into one play, you'd be like, what did you just say? It's like another language. Well, Jason Pierre-Paul is blowing off fireworks with his hand and ends up blowing off 2 of his fingers and like half of a third. So every year you get hey, don't be like Jason Pierre-Paul this 4th of July. Make sure you have a professional. And then Thanksgiving, you get the Jason Pierre-Paul hand turkey meme, which is kind of like 2.5, 3 fingers. It looks like a turkey who has some of his wings blown off.
I believe I have found my favorite story.
Okay.
Do we want to play this? And if I'm remembering the story right, just to see, now I have the developing story. That's a short one. But I have, and there's a short one. Let's see. There was a long one. I had a long story where they interviewed people and they did all kinds of things. But I think this guy put it on his. Yep. Okay. Here we go. He had a top hat on. That's what it was.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Okay, he had a top hat on. Let me. These are.
Welcome to the Vodka Sale. A 41-year-old man had been drinking, put a top hat on top of his head, and lit the fireworks from atop the hat, and died from his injuries. What the hell was wrong with this man?
Oh, that's a woman commenting on the news. All right, hang on. That's not what I was looking for.
For a point counterpoint, we go to Elsa in the city.
Okay. This one had him jumping around. They must have taken a lot of these down because they did interviews. So let's see. This is the one, if I'm right.
Alcohol and fireworks do not mix. This after a man in South Carolina died from lighting fireworks on his head. Police say Alan McGrew started drinking at 6 p.m. Reports say his wife tried to get him to not put the firework on his head. She says he was trying to show off. There was nothing emergency crews could do to help him when they got there.
Approximately 10:20 last night,
there we go.
We received a call, or the Sheriff's Department and EMS received a call about an injury suffered by an individual while engaging in shooting fireworks.
Yeah.
McGrew was pronounced dead.
What are you doing?
It's just because I'm looking up another story, but it's just. You know what? You said you don't like making fun. Your mom didn't like when you made fun on the backs of other people.
She didn't want you getting your laugh off.
The one loophole, and this includes me, this includes anybody. When you do something stupid, you deserve what you get. Okay?
Yeah.
And that is clearly one that, you like, there's this one I'm looking up right now. They've actually turned this into clothing and pins and mugs. Put it in reverse, Terry. You ever seen that one?
No.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you. But it's basically this kid in a wheelchair who's lighting fireworks. Now, yes, exactly. He's in the wheelchair.
I can't stop. No. He's in the wheelchair. What happened? Just say it.
He can't get away. The thing's blowing off. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. They're telling him to put it in reverse. People have seen this. Well, they've now made like T-shirts and hats.
Is Terry alive?
Oh yeah, he's alive.
Okay.
He survives. He's not dead or anything.
Well, he's in a wheelchair. Did he have legs?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe he didn't feel it.
Yeah, I'll have to show you during the break.
Oh my god, that's
put it in reverse, Terry. Put it. They made it into a meme, T-shirts, hats, mugs.
Yeah, but your rational mind.
I may just buy the shirt now that I've seen it.
This is where we laugh, right? Mm-hmm. I laugh, and I don't know how old that guy was who died. He was in his 40s, but I laugh, and I laugh, but I can see my kids like getting drunk and thinking it's funny and something happened.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have kids, so I can make fun of situations.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? Like I can see this, and to me,
anybody who just thinks, "Hey, why this is so fun?" Because we all think we're all in control, no matter what.
Right.
And the more alcohol you consume, ironically, the more in control you feel.
Sober
even though it's the total opposite.
Right. Sober you, I should think this through. Drunk you, I thought this through. Put the firework on my forehead. put the let's buy a jet ski. I bought a jet ski. I don't know. All these dumb things that we do. That's just what we do.
Like last 4th of July or last 3rd of July, my brothers were both lighting off fireworks, and I went and sat with my wife and my brother's wives. They're like, why aren't you with your brothers? I go, they're lighting fireworks.
Oh,
do the math.
Oh.
They go, what do you mean? I go, dude, who's the smartest guy in the family? The guy sitting right next to you right now. I don't know what's going to happen. The wind blows, that thing tips over, dude.
Were they drinking and you don't drink?
Yeah. Now, everything turned out fine.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
Right.
But all it takes is one accident, and all of a sudden the Borellos are on the freaking news.
Nobody ever says I had 6 drinks and man, does it help me think strategically. You know what I mean? And they just never do that. No. I have not heard that.
No,
I haven't. I've heard quite the opposite.
I've heard of ideas of the 3-cocktail lunch on Madison Avenue leading to great advertising ideas, but that's on paper.
Well, that's 3. We're talking like 6,
Yeah.
I mean, no
one's drinking 6 martinis and then going to a fireworks display.
I've heard I've had 6 martinis and wrestled a shopping cart, but I haven't heard a great idea. And this is like, and I can think of myself like just bad decisions. I think every human being has had a lot of alcohol and woke up and went, oh my God, what did I do? Right? Or looked in the bed and went, oh shit. Right? I mean, I can think of multiple women probably over the years. Maybe I should be careful. Found out some people listen to this.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's good.
No, it's a great thing.
That's good.
But there are people I didn't know were listening. Like, yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. It's fine. I don't know. But you look back and you realize that wasn't destiny. That was tequila and yoga pants, guys. And they decided to go home. And it's never.
There's this great song by the Brothers Osborne, and it's their one good song. The rest of their songs are kind of, man. I mean, they're playing like New Year's Eve shows on CBS just to give you an idea like where their careers have had the last 15 years. But there's this one song that they've done. Blame the whiskey on the beer. Blame the beer on the whiskey.
Yeah.
Blame the night. I mean, it's like I'm just guilty of a damn good time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. But like, and by the way, everybody.
Oh, it ain't my fault. That's what it's called. It ain't my fault. Basically, alcohol made me do this.
Every guy, I'm thinking, has that one relationship where his friends all looked concerned. Like, yeah, because it was a drunken night. And, and when you're with her, they just don't understand her. And everybody's like, no, we understood her perfectly. You
don't understand
fucking swamp logic like Rodriguez, who jumped in the fucking thing and swam.
Revis Island,
Victor whatever Revis. It was. But I'm thinking like I actually know somebody now where a lot of us are like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that anybody's going to say anything. But boy, we all think it.
Hey, you've warned me about a couple.
Yeah,
sure.
Because you can see things.
Wish there were a couple more you warned me about, but that's another story for another time.
Well, right. I mean, it's the same. Some relationships, you could almost say it's like Revis climbing in to an alligator swamp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can see the danger except the guy climbing in, right? That guy doesn't see danger. He sees pussy. He sees whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so
he sees opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody say to me, hey, so-and-so asked about you, and I wouldn't say anything, and they're like, just want to let you know, a little crazy. I've heard that a lot. So I sometimes heeded the warning and other times proceeded with caution.
There's a song by Marty Stewart. It's a country song. It's called I'm Tempted. And it's basically, he goes, there's a girl who could steal my heart and I'm tempted. Even though she could tear it apart, I'm tempted.
Yeah. Well, right. Yeah, right. Exactly.
The wrong kind of woman. But man, she looks great. I'm tempted.
Oh God. I also think I love watching guys who are drunk either approach women or try to have conversations, even just with their own wife when they're drunk, because it's so entertaining to me, because we all think we're really fucking smooth and we're not. Like, you're just not.
No,
you're just not. And I mean, like, in your mind, right? Let's say you jumped gracefully into the water and you disappeared into the darkness, kind of like Jason Bourne. That's what happened in your mind. In reality, your shirt got caught. You rose down a hill. You screamed like a child, and a reptile attacked you. I mean, that's the thing. And I go, the older I get, the more I realize most of us are just walking around with the director's cut of our lives playing in our heads. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. The security footage. We all
give ourselves the benefit of the doubt.
The security footage tells a different story.
Yeah, like you talked about a couple of shows ago, you talked about karma.
Yes, I was going to bring that up next.
And okay, all right, I'll save it then.
Save it.
I'll save it. Okay.
I got a lot of calls on this.
Okay, I'll save my karmic scenario.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and the security footage of our lives now tells a different story. Now, if I'm Revis Island, I want that body cam footage.
Oh yeah,
and I want the plane in at my funeral.
Dude,
I want that body cam.
I have
footage.
seen footage of SWATs, right? Because this became a thing about when you and I first started working together. I was filling in for Rich, and you had Big Mark. It was when you had the Stop Effing with the Phones week, and I brought you some show prep. You're like, well, I don't know if I need this, but thanks. The next day, you're like, dude, you got me a story about swatting. This is awesome, right? So somebody as a prank, like, called a SWAT team in on somebody else, and the SWAT team showed up and basically, like Christmas Vacation, went through the windows of the house, and they thought somebody was being held hostage, right? Okay, and where was I going with this stupid story?
I don't know.
I forgot, but it was like the point is that
I was listening. I know I was looking down. But
no, I know. I just don't.
Do you need me to maintain eye contact and have unconditional regard?
No,
like I'm a therapist.
No, I'm trying to think like where I was going to go with the swatting story, but it was. Damn it, I don't remember.
Well, the swatting stuff is like they had a couple here.
Oh, that's now I remember. Okay, so somebody got swatted, and they're just sitting home minding their own business, and they got security cameras in their house. So here come the cops, right? And the cops were so impressed with their swatting ability that they asked the homeowners if they could watch the videotape on.
Oh, really?
Over and over. They go, can we take this tape? And the guys were like real nice about it, like, yeah, sure, but do you really want evidence that you swatted the wrong house?
Well, no. Did they swat the wrong house? Or
no, they swatted the wrong house, but there was no house to swat. Somebody pulled a prank on
somebody pulled a prank. So they did what
they were supposed to do.
They did what they were supposed to do. We can use the footage of. We thought this was a live situation. It turned out to be a drill.
But it was hilarious.
I think that's a great idea.
It would be like
honestly.
You and Tommy going back and replaying the show. Hey, bro, wait, right here. This is the best part. They kept like replaying it on the video footage, and they're like, yeah, can we take this tape? This is great. This is great.
Well, like, look, social media is basically every human being's highlight reel, right? If we got the real footage out there, right? We don't remember tripping, stuttering, doing that. It's everybody's their highlight reel. You know, I go back.
This is my resume tape of my life.
The Divorcee song that we played, right? That's her highlight reel, buddy.
Right.
She may not look that good. You may not look that good. I don't know. The camera caught you at the right angle. Your midriff's out. You get Botox hit that day. Who the fuck knows?
Mrs. Sunday Scroll, you got
baby.
that glow, that polish control. That's a little midriff, a little more grin, them ripped up jeans and those hips coming.
My favorite also, the 45 plus look that I do enjoy from a comedic standpoint. I would try to avoid people like this, but it's the shoulder hole.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you get the shoulder hole there, and you get a little bare shoulder out there. I was like, oh, showing some skin.
It's like these women. Like, remember that scene in Dumb and Dumber where Jim Carrey's standing at the bar in his orange suit and he's putting his butt out there to make sure that Mary sees it?
Yeah,
that's kind of what it reminds me.
Yes,
of. These ladies,
exactly.
Just a little shoulder.
I think our friend in Louisiana has a lesson, right?
Yeah,
because most disasters don't start with one giant bad decision. It's a series of little things of I got this. I know what to do now. Right? I got this. I'm going to put the firework on my head. I got this.
Yeah. Mentos.
Right? Yeah.
It's like a Mentos commercial.
No, maybe it's not an alligator, but it's something else and that figuratively or literally bites you in the ass. You know what I mean? It just is. And you got to realize we've all had moments in life where if somebody had rolled the footage back, we'd realize we were only about, I don't know, 3 bad decisions from Revis Island on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just say if your escape plan involves a swamp, you've officially run out of good ideas. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you.
It's like Thomas Sowell said, there's no such thing as solutions, just trade-offs.
You just ran out of good ideas. We're going to do karma.
Okay.
We will get into that. I can't wait.
Now, I'm not a karma guy.
No, I will go back and say what I said.
Okay.
And then we can even have Dan came as the grammar police, which I appreciated. I appreciate it. I did appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I went.
And why? Because I made the same mistake once. That's how I remember it.
Well, we'll explain it all.
Okay.
Right after this.
Hold the hand, Chico.
Okay, come on.
Oh my.
Hey, hold on, hold. 2 cars come. You got 2 cars coming 2 different ways. Here you go there. Bag up, Terry. Put in reverse, Terry. Put in reverse. Oh, Lord, jeez. Oh, Lord. Oh, jeez. What you doing, Terry? Terry, what you doing?
Terry's laughing and so he's lighting off like a brick of those, whatever it is, right? And they are helping Terry, and Terry has some kind of physical ailment, maybe got in an accident or whatever, because that's why they say help him with the hand, and his leg was in a soft cast.
Yes.
And
video's getting over 1 million views.
Oh God, it's like, again, the
they
world
made
is run
t-shirts, hats,
well,
mugs.
of course, they made a bunch of money off of it. Karma, right?
I know people in a band called Karma.
I get a message from Dan, and I'm trying to respond to messages more promptly.
Dear Bill,
I am trying.
Yeah, you're not great at that.
I'm not. I'm not very good at it. That is true. I put it on my, I'll get to it in a minute, and I don't. And I'm starting to realize if I don't do it right now, I'm never going to do it. So just respond in the moment. Like I had a phone call just as you were coming in here, and the person asked if they could call, and I said, not a good time because we're about to start a podcast. And then I was like, you know what? This is actually going to be a 3-minute phone call. I guarantee it. If I don't do it now, I'm never going to call the person back, and then I'm a dick. It was a 3-minute phone call. All is solved.
Stuck to your guns.
And it was but it was a good thing. And that's my point.
Yeah.
It's like nothing is that big a deal that you can't respond to somebody. That's kind of shitty, right? Just any kind of response to somebody is I think is a courtesy that we owe each other, no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just letting somebody sit unread, or letting somebody in, even in sometimes romantic relationships, you can take those things outside of that. I guess I don't know. The rules there change, I suppose, but even there, don't be a dick. Don't be a
right.
See ya. But Dan said that on the Instagram story, your karmatic experience, and Dan said it's karmic, and I went and I looked and I went, oh well, I didn't post this, and I'm not going to say who didn't. It was not Alex. I just want that known, because I knew that once I said that, I don't want the grammar police coming down. So then
I'm just trying to be helpful.
Well, then I'm like, if I delete it, I don't know that I had the footage to put it back up to correct it, because you can't correct these things. So then I looked it up, and it said it's not wrong. It's colloquial, and it's like a regional thing, but it should be karmic. It's the better way, but it's not wrong. So that's why I wrote you, by the way, not wrong.
Upon further review,
not wrong, buddy.
The play stands.
Not wrong.
Dan has been charged his timeout.
So
he's out of challenges.
I said that karma is bullshit. I said that on the podcast.
I completely agree.
It came up as a clip, and I get a text from a mutual friend of the podcast who said, Summer's going to slip away before we get together. Let's please make some plans to get together. And oh, by the way, I totally believe in karma. And so I wrote back, I was just thinking of you. Glad you reached out right away. Right away. Very proud of myself. And I said, no, karma is complete bullshit. And I will explain why when I see you. And that was it. That was the exchange. No plans for me. So there still needs to be a follow-up. Why do you say karma's bullshit?
Well, I'm a Christian and I don't believe in it. That's the easiest answer. Okay. But I mean, to me, like, if karma really existed, everything would be tit for tat no matter what. And so everybody would just.
If karma were real, there's people walking this planet that would have been hit by lightning 17 times by now.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's a joke. People, my theory on karma is the people who use it only expect good karma for themselves and only wish or expect bad karma for everybody else.
Yes.
Which to me is like defeats the entire purpose of the concept to begin with.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, that's the main reason. Well, I mean, Jesus is the main reason. That's the second other main reason.
Well, okay. So I think that there are people who will say something like this. Remember that guy who cheated on me?
Karma.
No, wait. Hang on.
No, sorry.
You got to let me say.
Back up. Go ahead.
What happened?
Go ahead.
Oh, and let me rephrase this.
Take
Wait, I need to rephrase it because I'm talking as though it's somebody else, but I'm going to talk
Little
as it's me.
Ed talking about karma. Take two.
Okay.
Action.
Ready? Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Remember that chick that cheated on me?
Yeah.
Her boat blew up.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking karma.
Karma.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the other thing.
What?
It's like never evenly weighted.
Well, I mean, you act as though there's some kind of celestial complaint department somewhere where they're there. And yes, Karen, we know about Todd. Yep, we're going to get to it. You know, we're a little backed up here at Karma headquarters, but we'll get to it right away. Actually, you know what? We have an opening next Tuesday on our schedule. We will make sure that he hits a pothole and blows out a fucking tire.
So
I don't know.
Somebody we used to work with once told a karma story. And the story was when he was in high school, he participated in the musical Annie Get Your Gun. And apparently in this high school, you had to dress up as the character you played on the Friday of the opening night of the musical Annie Get Your Gun.
Okay.
So he was dressing as one of the characters. And one of the football players made fun of him and like tripped him and, you know, called him a name after because he was dressed like one of the characters. Well, guess what happened to him? Yeah, he lost both of his legs in a farming accident. Karma. Okay, I'm like, okay, what?
Oh my God.
That's not.
Could you tell me who said it?
Morning guy. We didn't work with him. However, we worked in the same company as him.
Yeah.
He's still on the air.
Okay.
At the same company we worked with him at.
I don't know. Don't say anything. I don't know. I really don't.
Okay.
Know. I don't. I like. I'm completely blank.
Okay.
I'm
works for the woman.
No, it's okay.
Who's
don't say anything.
Okay.
Don't say anything. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That guy?
Yeah, I didn't think he would be in a musical.
No.
I don't see him as a musical guy.
No. Oh, that's weird. Here's what I think with karma is why we hear about it. Because I think as human beings, we need life to make sense. We need it to make sense. So when things happen that seem unexpected, or things that happen things happen randomly.
Yes.
Right? It seems like out of the oblivion,
Mm-hmm.
out of the blue. It's really out of the oblivion a lot of times because you could have seen it coming. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like you could have seen it
I'm just
coming.
going to fade into Bolivia.
Wait, you know what I mean? I mean, like I'm going to jump in a swamp and I'm going to do that. I'm going to go on Instagram and show some midriff in my 40s and my teenage daughter's going to scream at me, going, Mom, what do you think? You could have seen it coming.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's my point. But we want there to be a scoreboard in life.
Yes.
That's what we want.
Our own selfish Schadenfreudian ways.
Yes. And we want the good people to win. We want the bad people to lose. And the unfortunate part is sometimes some really wonderful people get cancer and sometimes some real assholes win the lottery.
That's what I tell people. That was my cancer joke that you told me I couldn't tell.
What was that?
That, you want a cure for cancer, everybody just become an a-hole.
Yeah.
Because a-holes never die of cancer.
Oh, I didn't.
You're like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
I didn't understand the joke.
Maybe I just didn't tell it right.
You didn't, because this is the first time I think I understood it. Be an asshole. Cancer doesn't go to assholes. It usually goes to
a-holes never die.
Yes. Right. But I would say, here's my thing for anybody who's going, no, there's karma out there. There's the universe seems wildly unconcerned. Let me say that again.
Mm-hmm.
Wildly unconcerned with our moral bookkeeping. They don't care, right? What morality we think is there. And if karma were real, I just think that there'd be more people hurt. Man, who the fuck knows what would happen to you, karma person? Right? But I don't know. You can think of somebody that deserves to be walking down a street and have a grand piano fall out of a window from a 5th story and land on them. But it's never going to happen.
No.
And the thing is, like, you burn so many calories there.
It affects you.
Right.
It burns through you.
But the way some people talk about karma, like karma will get them. Like, that's going to make me feel better.
Right. Does that make your life any better?
Well, I don't know.
Any more peaceful? Any easier?
Right. It's like karma's not Amazon Prime. I ordered karma. It's coming overnight. You know what I mean? It'll be delivered in 24 hours. I don't think the universe cares. Honestly, this is my true take. And this is where you probably will not agree with me necessarily. I don't believe that the universe cares whether you're good or bad. I think that you come here and you get to have a human experience and live a life, right? That there are lessons in the life for your inner being. That are lessons that you can learn here. And I think that the lesson to me is about keeping your vibration higher. And that the higher your vibration is, the better you're going to do in this. It doesn't mean you're not going to be an asshole to people. Doesn't mean you're not going to be a jerk. I love throwing out President Trump to people, especially people that hate President Trump. I love saying to them, because you can't argue this. His entire existence has always been talking about how great everything he did was, or it's the biggest, it's the best, we created, whatever it was. And you can tell me, well, he went bankrupt. Well, he did this. Okay. But he also has golf courses and things all over the world. He's got businesses. I'm not saying whether he's a good person or bad person. What I'm trying to say by that example
There's also differences with corporate bankruptcy and all that other stuff.
Yeah, right. But my point is, the universe, I really believe there is no, it doesn't matter if you're good or you're bad. It matters in what do you truly believe? What do you really believe? And when I say that, I don't mean like, well, I believe in God. No. What do you believe in your core about you and what you're doing? Do you believe that you can have whatever you want? I'm not saying you can't, again, it's not magic. You got to do the work, but you got to do the work and not worry about the how. That's the difference that I think that people don't understand with this. I really do, because we want karma, because we want a scoreboard. We want justice. We want to make sense of this stuff that makes no sense in our mind. But a lot of times we're going through life with blinders on. And the point is, I like to say, people go, came out of the blue. No, it didn't. It came out of the oblivion. You weren't paying attention. I guarantee if we go back in your highlight reel, the real footage, not your highlight reel, but we'll go back in your life's.
We're going under the hood.
Your life's doorbell camera, and we're going to find what you didn't see coming because you didn't pay attention, because you're not tuned in. And that's the thing. And I know that you have a deep and an admirable belief and love of Jesus and God. And my thing is, I believe that Jesus was a wonderful teacher who has said, you can have everything I have. You can be exactly like me. You are of the Father. You are of the Creator. You are of that. You could, if you tapped in, could heal. You could. But we don't, because we're so caught up in this, how we've been conditioned.
Yeah, we've all believed that, no, God, I can do better.
No, I don't even think that.
Oh, I think so.
We've been conditioned to, I think that if you go back and you really, really looked at your own existence and went, what was I told when I was a kid? What were you told? And those things become your beliefs, right? I got to do this or I'm going to get punished. I got to do this or I'm going to or this is going to happen, or I'm going to go to hell. Or if I step out of line, dad loses his mind, whatever. I'm not saying your dad. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Right. So all the way through. So we're conditioned. We're conditioned. And then we wonder where anxiety comes from and why all this shit happens and blah, 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 and why we're always worried and we're chasing, when in all reality, one of my favorite Bible stories was always the storm with the fishermen. And they're losing their mind, and they're trying to wake up Jesus, and he's asleep.
Think about how tired Jesus was when that happened.
But he raises his hand and goes,
I got it.
Relax. And my point is, every single one of us could do that. You're not going to agree with that, but that's what I believe. I believe it's all in you. You have it. So when we turn around and go karma, it's not to weaponize things. You're here to learn to manipulate energy. You can either be this. I believe this. I totally believe this. This is an actual philosophical thing that I really believe. I wonder if the creator is actually water. If everything has come out of water, all of life, we all trace it back scientifically to water. I wonder if the great creator is made out of water. There are people who are doing studies right now all over the world at Harvard, UCLA, all these big scientists, there's summits, there's all this stuff. Does water have memory? And I go, no, it doesn't. They've done things where they put pictures underwater and then flash freeze the water. And they don't get the exact picture back, but they get a very similar picture, whether it's a ballerina, doing a giant split as she goes across the stage, whether it's whatever. No, water reflects back to you, much like the universe. You are so unconditionally loved that whatever you truly believe about yourself is what you get back. I suck. I'm broke. Nothing ever works out. Here we go. Here comes fucking karma again. Here it comes. I shouldn't have said that to so-and-so. And it's not true at all. It's where your head's at. Why do you believe that you suck? Why do you believe you can't? Why? Were you told that as a kid? You're not good enough. You can't make the sports team. You're not big enough. You're not fast enough. You don't study.
Yes.
All those things. Yes. Right. But that comes into your head.
Yeah.
It becomes part of who you are. And what I'm saying is those are myths. I'm not saying that everybody can turn around and be a physical specimen, but what you can be is whatever you want. Life doesn't have to be that hard. Focus on, and that's the thing. It's like, think about when you're in the zone as an athlete or when you're feeling really good. Why? Why are you feeling really good? Dissect that. Take it apart in your mind, right? Take it apart. Like, I do think in this country, we are a go, 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 and then we burn out. And then we go, 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 and we burn out. And other countries, we laugh at them. They take naps, they rest, they enjoy life. They
4-hour lunches,
but they
call dinner.
Right, but they have great families, right? The Italian families, everybody gets together, and it's all, right?
Yeah.
And it's so special. That's what it's really about. Here, we live all over the country, and we're just running. And you start to see it's crazy. And then now the big thing becomes, and it becomes a buzzword, self-care. So, well, what does that mean? And that's where I just heard somebody say, whatever recharges you, dissect why and go with that. For me, it's laughter and sitting with a bunch of rude comics saying awful shit that till my belly hurts in some back room where there's no sunlight and there's plenty of booze and we are just laughing and laughing and laughing. That recharges me. It just does. And I think those are the things that we need to pay more attention to, because when you leave there, you feel great. And then everything seems to go better, at least for a couple days. And then we go right back to our pattern of what we were kind of taught. You got to grind it out. Nothing's going to be handed to you. You got to go get it all. You got to grind and push and punch and push and punch and go. Yes, you got to work, but you can either be miserable, you can be happy, or you can be an enjoyable person to be around, or you cannot be an enjoyable person to be around. You can be a prick where life's never going to stop coming at you. It's always going to come. There's going to be opinions. There's going to be people. There's going to be shit, but karma's not real.
Can I give you my take on this?
100%.
Because you and I are at opposite ends of that spectrum. Yeah. We already know that. We don't have to get back into that. But I've been doing discipleship training through my church with a gentleman named Gabe. He's tremendous. And he sat down with me and he goes, look, when it comes to ministry, because we were talking about ministry, right? We are all ministers. whether you like it or not. Minister means to serve.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll either serve yourself or you'll serve others, but you're going to serve. And your first ministry in Christianity needs to be between you and God. You need to spend daily time with God, and you need to minister for yourself. Okay, because if you're not in tune, everything else is out of whack.
Right.
Okay, it's like when the plane is going down and the pilot's got it under control, but the masks come down. They tell you don't put it on your kids. Put it on you first, because no one's going to help your kids if you pass out.
100%.
Right.
That part, we're saying the same thing.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Second ministry is to your spouse. Okay. Or, if you don't have a spouse, try to find one, but that's your second ministry. Okay. That needs to be it. Then your children. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then everybody else. Mm-hmm. Okay. But you and God, you and your wife or husband, mm-hmm. you and your kids, then you and everybody else. Mm-hmm. That's the overflow. But if you don't have the first one, you're not going to get the rest of them right. If you don't have the first two, if you have a spouse, you're not going to get the kids right. If you have 1 and 3, but you don't have 2, well, that's going to blow up number 3. So you got to get it in the right order. But the first thing you got to do, they call it self-care. You got to take care of you, because mm-hmm. nobody else is here coming to save you.
Right. No, I agree with that. I think that we're kind of saying the same thing. You call it a relationship with God, and I would say try to tap into higher consciousness, try to tap into the conscious stream, try to raise your vibration up. And I know that sounds like a hippy dippy word for that stuff.
On my end, it's like when you mentioned Jesus on the water, he goes out into there's another time where Jesus, after he fed the 5,000, right? He had to go pray, because after he had a big victory, here comes the devil, right? It happens to all of us. You have a big victory in your life, and the devil comes knocking to try to because you're feeling pretty good, aren't you? Right?
Yeah.
But well, stay with me. Yeah. He goes to pray.
Yeah.
He sends the disciples out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, another windstorm. Yeah. And the waves and everything else. And they see a spirit walking across the water. It ends up being Jesus.
Yeah.
And he calms the seas.
Yeah.
And Peter looks at him and he goes, "Can I do that?"
Yes.
And he goes, "Yeah, sure. Keep your eyes on me. Here we go. Get out of the boat and do this." All of a sudden, Jesus decides, okay, I'm going to pick it up a notch. Watch this. He starts raising the wind and the sea. All of a sudden, Peter starts panicking. He starts sinking. And he goes,
why? Because Peter,
he took his eyes off Jesus, meaning it's better to have your eyes on the Lord. I'm just telling you my perspective.
Yeah.
Outside the boat, than to be in the man-made boat and hoping for the best.
Let me try to put this whole thing in a simpler term for people to understand. And I don't mean like anything's that complicated that we talked about, but what I see in that thing is there is a part in the Bible where Jesus is very angry, and he says to Peter, "You could move mountaintops. You could literally physically have a mountaintop and move it." It's in the Bible. I don't know exactly where.
If you believe.
But if you believe, people have interpreted that to be, if you believe in me. And my thing is, no, if you believe, you can. If you believe, if you've tapped in enough, he was pure positive light and energy, right? So keep your eyes on me, because we take that as we have to keep our eyes on Jesus. And I'm saying it's because if you look down, you're not going to believe what you're doing, and you're going to sink. So look up here. I'm doing it. Believe that you can do it. And that's how I take that. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it. I don't know. But I would say, if you have ever noticed people who believe that everyone is going to screw them over, right? Mm-hmm. We all know somebody that they're going to get screwed over in some way, right? Or that one and this one, I'm going to sue this guy and I'm going to do this. And they usually are always surrounded by conflict. Why? Because they're defensive, they're suspicious, they're reactive,
paranoid.
And I think they create, what I'm saying is, we create our own circumstances. So when you do that, but why are you that way? Because what happened? Maybe there was a traumatic event that happened that made you lose your trust, or you saw something happen to your dad or your mom, or I don't know. But I think we create everything we're afraid of, right? In those things. And it's not because karma showed up. It's because our beliefs became our reality. And a belief is just a thought you think over and over and over. And that's where that's all I can kind of think. And a lot of times you hear people say, yeah, I knew it. I totally knew that was going to happen. I've heard that a lot throughout my life. I knew that was going to happen. Right. Well, why? Why did you know it? If you knew it, why did you let it happen? Why didn't you go on a different path? Why didn't you say something else? Why didn't we slow it down? Why are we always reactive? That's the thing that I think is missing. And so I think we desperately want justice in this world. And that's why we believe in karma, because we believe that there's going to be some kind of, we want the guy who cheated us on whatever to suffer. We want the other person to suffer. And I just don't think there is that. I don't think I would even say the vengeful God, it's like, well, I'm not so sure. I think that you're just so loved. You got to come here and have free will. And maybe it exists, maybe it doesn't. I don't think it does. And I think what you're saying is, your relationship with God, you put that first. I would say for everybody, there's something bigger than us here. Clearly, right? We're not trucking anything in to live. We're not doing anything. Everything we need is right here. Something greater going on. Something amazing. Something incredible. Try to tap into that, whether it's through meditation or prayer or whatever. Yeah. And try to keep yourself on a higher disc and see what happens. I think you could probably change your life. I really do. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I say I don't know, but I do know. I do believe that. I mean, I think the most important thing isn't whether karma is real. I think
it's not real.
No, but I think the most important thing is
luck isn't real. It's coincidence.
Figure out what frequency you're living on. Figure that out. We know that our minds and our energy, and it's there, and it's this.
I'm the best president who's ever existed.
Look, I don't care. I will
Dude,
say
he talks a great.
He does, but he believes it.
He believes it. Yeah, of course he does.
Look, you can't argue certain things, right?
Mm.
And people go, well, facts. Okay, I hear you. There's a lot of things. There are nuances. There are personalities. We don't have to like the personality. We don't have to like the thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying he believes he's the biggest and the best. Does he say outlandish stuff? Does he say things about his weight, like he's this, and then all of a sudden you'll go on, you'll see DK Metcalf who weighs the same as Trump. I mean, come on, right? And those things are funny, and I get it, but it's people who are just so caught up. They want to be angry. Hold on a second. If we're really being honest, I'm not going to say it doesn't directly impact our lives, but it doesn't directly impact you driving whatever freeway is outside your county. Right. Mm-hmm. It doesn't, for the most part. I will miss when he's out of office because he says the funniest stuff in the world. But as a human being, I can understand there are many flaws that we see in our own moral code. What I'm saying is I don't believe the universe has a moral code. I think it's an energy thing, and he believes he's the best. And look at this stuff. He had the #1 reality show was his when it was on NBC. Mm-hmm. And it was good. It was a good reality show. I mean, right? You're fired, right? All these things. But
Cuba tried to go up against me. I killed him.
Look,
Branson tried. I killed him.
I can't say
Jeff Probst. I killed him.
I can't say right. And he says these outlandish things, and some of it I think he says it tongue in cheek, and yet we take it seriously. What did he say walking into the G7 summit last week? He said something to the effect of "I'm the boss."
Yeah,
and everybody laughed. But people will get pissed at that. But there is probably a real belief in that man that he's the boss.
Do you know where he got his cues from? You're gonna laugh. George Steinbrenner. And who was he referred to as?
Probably
the boss.
Yeah, I absolutely. But Steinbrenner was another one. Yeah. He believed that he made the right decisions.
Always.
He had an iron fist. We can say that, but that's all I'm saying is like he believed. My kid had a conversation, very upset, and said to me, you don't understand because you knew what you wanted to do from a young age. And I said, yeah, I did. I wanted to be on the radio. I loved hearing the guys on the radio. I made the biggest meatball in the parking lot when I was a kid on the top 40 station. And I go, well, you can get paid to do this shit? This is phenomenal. And then as I got older, I'm like, wow, I can say a lot of this stuff. And I get to make fun of the very people who now are telling me I got to do my homework and I got to stand in line and I got to dress a certain way. And I go, hey, this is awesome. That's why it was very attractive to me. I wanted to be on the radio. The way you got on the radio was you mailed in a tape. They would listen to your tape.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you ever worked in a radio station, back when there were cassette tapes, I know I'm older, they don't. They just would, all right. But, there were, and some people did get hired that way. Most of the time, most of your hiring and most of your things in life is your connections. My thing was, how do I get my foot in the door? I would go to the community radio station, not the community radio station, the community college radio station, because don't forget, my old man was like, yeah, not on my dime. You're going to drink your way out, Billy. You party. So I go, and that was like a cable throughout the campus. So it wasn't even over the air. But I wanted to get a tape together. And they had meetings and things. I never attended the meetings. Not much has changed when I was in radio. I hated the meetings. And I didn't want to get caught up in their weird politics. They were like arguing over who had what show and this person did that. I'm like, what a waste of time. So I just wanted to get a tape together. I get a tape. I send it. I don't hear anything. So what do? Well, this is where I'm saying, put it out there. Don't worry about the how. How it happens is none of your business. Just keep going for the goal, whatever it is. But do the work. Do the work. Put the tape together. Have the interest, know where the station is, right? Morning guy at the time decides to have sixth graders in the entire county write PSAs, and he's going to pick winners, and the winners are going to come in and record their PSAs and be on the radio. So my father is a sixth grade English teacher in Poughkeepsie. Says to me, why don't you come in and teach my class how to write PSAs? So we write. I come in, show them how to write PSAs because I had learned that in my community college. That's how great it was. Not a lot to write in a PSA. Then
only you can prevent forest fires.
Exactly, right? I mean, this is it, right? So now the kids write PSAs, they get mailed off to the radio station, and the morning guy picks 5 kids from every school that entered. Invites everybody down to the radio station to record their PSAs on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. My old man goes, I'm not supporting somebody's career on my day off. Forget that. I'm not going down. But there were kids from his school. And I feel like when I look back, I don't think if I didn't have the interest in radio, he would have let those kids down because it was a big deal for them to be chosen to record these. So I went on his behalf, and I'm just standing there, and this guy who runs their AM station, his name was Nick. Nick is no longer alive. Nick was built like a spider, spindly legs, spindly arms, and a big round middle. And Nick was a guy who loved the attention of being on the radio, and he got that radio voice. And for whatever reason, I was, kind of in shape, not a bad looking guy at 19. And he says to me, hey, what's your name or whatever? And we start talking. He goes, you got some voice. And of course, I'm probably standing there going, hey, my name is Bill. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Right. And he says to me, I want to bring you in to a studio, and I'm going to put on headphones and have you talking to a microphone. Now, that doesn't happen if I don't go. That doesn't happen if my dad doesn't have me come in and do the PSA, and then somebody actually sends the PSAs to the radio station, right? There's all this stuff. So the how have I gotten to the door is unreal. How did that happen? How? Well, that's how it happened, but why? That's weird. So the guy brings me in that afternoon and says, why don't you come back Monday morning and I'll put you on WEOK, which was literally on the other side of the window from the station I wanted to be on, which was WPDH, a rock station. Well, that's how it happened. So that guy says to me, you sound great. Come on in. And I said, I sent a tape. And he said, you did? I said, yeah, I sent a tape to PDH. The program director's name, I can still remember, it was Bill Palmieri. And he's like, all right, I'll see if I can find it. They never found it. And then it was just, that was it. And I got on the radio, and then I was in the door. I was in the door. And that's what I'm saying is the how. That's all I wanted. It was so important to me. I worked at it. I went to that community station. I had little microphones in my room and tortured my brother and sister, and I would run upstairs on that. They had the FM wire. Hey, did you hear me on? And I would tape songs and commercials. I ran a radio station. I wanted that. That was my dream thing. The dream stopped. I didn't know what to do with it after, that was it as a kid. Then he got in, and then even here, coming here, I'm in college at St. John Fisher. I have somebody call the station on my behalf. I call Wheeze. I'm in the dorm. And my old man said, he used to send me money when I was at Fisher and goes, I'm not sending you money anymore because you fucked around the first time you were there. Every 2 weeks, I got $50 in the early 90s just to party. Just party. Blew it mostly on a phone call to some chick back home. Dumb move. And there's always a woman somewhere. And then, sometimes I hear that. Never mind. I was going to say something that isn't very kind to me, but I hear the song, You're So Vain. And there's a line in there that I resonate with because it says, you're always where you're supposed to be, but basically you're not. You're with who you shouldn't be. You're the wife. You're either with an underworld spy or the wife of a good friend. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I go, yeah, okay, gotcha. I see what that. There was just this thing, right? So I come here, I call Wheeze, and I said, are they hiring? And he puts me on the air because it's Wheeze. So I'm in the door. Everybody's running around the door. He's on the radio. He's on the radio. Right? They're running around because I'm on the phone in my room. And then they're busting in. And I said, I'm going to send a tape. Who do I send it to? And he sends it. And then I sent an outrageous demo reel of me with aliens landing and eating yellow snow because they didn't know what it was. And me calling payphones in the middle of the night and asking for the weather. And they're going, what you want, man? You want hose? You want crack? What you need, man? I got everything. And I that's all on my tape. I sent all this off to Stan Main. And I got a call within a couple days. How does that happen? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's all weird. And because there were a million tapes that came in, especially that station. It was a giant rock station with a legendary morning guy. Everybody wanted to work there. And I get in, and then he says to me, we do 5 hours of funny radio a day. Can you do straight radio? And I did for about 3 weeks, and then I just became me. And
right.
he let me go. He let me do it. And that was it. And then within a year, not even a year, I started in October. I was a senior at Fisher. I graduated in May, and I was afternoon drive by the following fall. And my only point with that is it's all I believed. I just knew I was going to do this. There wasn't a question. I just knew it. And I think that that's how most people are successful.
Yeah.
I really do.
For the second Woody Allen reference today.
Yes.
90% of life is showing up.
Yep. There you go. Sorry. That went longer than I intended.
That's all right.
And I apologize.
That's okay.
But I think we're talking almost the same thing.
Yeah.
You and I.
Different perspectives.
See it as the universe. You see it as God.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Same thing. Have that relationship. Tap in. Whatever that is.
Tap in.
Tap in.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Tap in, Danny. Good to see you, Danny.
You too.
For Dan Barilla. For Greg Connors and his karma belief.
Oh, it's Greg.
Oh, shit. I didn't.
I didn't think it'd be Greg, but oh.
I gave it away, didn't I? I gave it away. Oh, I totally slipped. I'm Bill Moran. Hopefully, if karma doesn't get me, I'll see you next time.
Karma?
Seems they were looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee blades.
Karma or Connors?
Yes, that's right. There you go. Karma and Ferris.
California, baby, things have gotten worse. Seems a land of opportunity for me is just a curse. Tell that judge he make us feel